Welcome to the Undertone podcast, where we talk about all things creepy.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Aiden's YouTube channel where we dive into movie reviews. Today, we're checking Undertone. Alright, let's dive into the plot of the film. The host of a popular paranormal podcast becomes haunted by terrifying recordings mysteriously sent her way. Strained by the responsibility of providing end-of-life care to her dying mother, Evie Nina Kiri seeks respite from the loneliness of her fragmented reality. Let's take a look at the crew working on Undertone. Leading the pack is Nina Kiri, who plays Evie Bobick, the host of a paranormal podcast that's at the heart of the tale. Then there's Adam DeMarco as Justin, Evie's sidekick on the podcast. Michali Decay portrays Mama, Evie's ailing mom, while Keena Lynn Bastardaz takes on the role of Jessa. Jeff Young plays Mike, among others. The visuals are captured by Graham Beasley, edited by Sonny Atkins, and the soundtrack is crafted by Shanika Lewis-Waddell.
The Undertone podcast, where we talk about all things creepy. I'm your in-house skeptic, Evie Babbage, and my believer co-host says he has a real treat for us today.
We're listening to 10 mysterious audio recordings from an...
Let's dive into a breakdown of the film analysis. Undertone is a horror flick from Canada set to hit screens in 2025. Crafted by Ian Tuason as both writer and director. This psychological supernatural thriller leans heavily on sound and audio tapes instead of relying on typical jump scares. The story follows a skeptical podcast host who investigates eerie audio clips, only to find herself haunted as the strange events from the recordings begin to unfold in her own life. Tuason's direction emphasizes the horror that comes from sound, breaking away from the usual visual elements. His debut film showcases an experimental approach, focusing on audio recordings while minimizing the action that takes place on screen. The setting is mostly confined to a single house, which amplifies feelings of isolation and psychological tension, with only a handful of characters appearing throughout. Nina Kiri stars as Evie, the podcast host who returns home to look after her ailing mother, finding herself caught up in a disturbing audio haunting. The film is largely driven by her performance, as she dominates the screen time, with few other characters making appearances. Critics have praised Kiri's portrayal in Undertone, highlighting how she effectively bears the emotional weight and suspense of the narrative. The film is produced by Don Slater and Cody Callahan, with production contributions from Black Fawn Films, Slatterverse Pictures, Spooky Pictures, Dimension Gate, Kino Studios, and Feel Everything Productions. VVS Films handles its distribution.
We're just stop listening.
Now, let's take a look at what the reviewers think about Undertone. A lot of them are praising Nina Kiri for her standout performance, as she carries a significant part of the film by herself. Many critics point out that the sound design is what really brings the chills, setting it apart from other recent horror flicks. Right now, it has a Metascore of about 67 out of 100, which indicates that critics generally liked it. The Guardian mentioned that the film takes a lot of inspiration from classic horror movies like The Ring and The Blair Witch Project.
In-house skeptic, Evie Babbage, and my believer co-host says he has a real treat for us today.
We're listening to 10 mysterious audio recordings from an anonymous email.
I want to talk about my thoughts on Undertone. When it comes to sound design, the vibe, the main performances, and the unique approach to audio horror, it really shines. However, there are some issues with the storytelling, like clarity, pacing, and the conclusion that hold it back. While Undertone is definitely skillfully made and has some chilling moments, the storytelling hiccups prevent it from reaching the level of a top-notch horror flick.
What is this?
What if we unleashed something?
Hey everyone, let's dive into the final details, starting with the release date. Undertone first hit the scene at the Fantasia Festival on July 27, 2025, and it's set to hit theaters in the US thanks to A24 on March 13, 2026, with VVS Films handling the Canadian release. The film has a runtime of 94 minutes.
What if we unleashed something?
We urge you to share your thoughts in the comments, and like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
You shouldn't have called out to her. It's what she wants.